My name is Michelle Brown, and I founded Brown's PR, a public relations, events management, and communication company 34 years ago here in Nelson Mandela Bay. Some of the biggest challenges, although I don't like to dwell or focus on challenges, however, some of them have been to be taken seriously as a woman in business. And that has been something that I have always strived towards. So I want to be taken seriously. In order to be taken seriously, I have to deliver on what I promise in the world of PR, communication, and events management. Some of the highlights or achievements that have meant a lot to me in my 34 years in my own business are in 2010 being awarded the portfolio of venue media officer at our Nelson Mandela Bay Stadium here to work for FIFA. So I was in charge of all the written media from around the world, as well as the photographers around the field. And that was an amazing, amazing highlight for me. Just that whole vibe and energy in our country in 2010. Pre-COVID times, I was very fortunate to work for an ex-South African, an ex-Eastern Caper, Colin Cowie, who has lived in the US for close to 30 years, and he is an event organizer supreme. And I worked on his team at a 3-day event hosted by Oprah Winfrey in California, and I flew over and worked with him and his team on that event, and that has got to rate as one of the highlights of my PR career. During the lockdown, the 2 years of lockdown, I had to take my events management experience and years in the business online because there were no events worldwide. And so I signed up with a global remote work site, and I offered my experience and my expertise and my knowledge online as almost as an advisor or guidance counselor in public relations and events. And I managed to secure amazing work and extend my network globally to Israel, to jobs in the US, in the Ukraine and India. Back to life now, 2.5 years later, I have kept up a lot of those connections and kept up my global network, and I still offer my services online, teaching English to various people in Moscow, in Malaysia, and recently in Lithuania. I think that a leader needs to get her hands dirty and do the jobs or tasks that she asks of others on her team. I think that a good leader also needs to surround herself with people who are better at what they do than she is, because then she comes up with an incredibly strong unit or team. And you can hear from my answer that I'm all about teamwork, making the dream work. You cannot do this alone. So you have to cultivate and surround yourself with amazing people who have incredible strengths in various genres of your industry that you can call on and rely on, and together become a formidable team. So my plans for the future is that I will continue to be in my business, to offer my services, to network people, to connect people, to upskill and uplift and develop people wherever I can, to share my knowledge, my expertise, my network of contacts. And please God, I continue to do that for many years to come and still love it as much as I do today.